Adrian just turned up with the car I completely forgot I was getting today. I completely forgot I've got the Polo from Mad Mike in, haven't I? I forgot it was coming. I've got that many cars on the go at the moment. I've been that busy. I've completely forgotten where I've forgotten how many I've even got down Moors at the moment, to be honest. Hi guys, welcome back to Chop's Garage. And as you've seen by the intro, we've got another car from Mad Mike up in Wales. So Mike's the classic car dealer who, when he gets a part exchange or something in that he knows is a little small car perfect for me, often gives me a bell and sends me a little walk around video and says, do you fancy this, James? So what we have is a 2010 VW Polo, which down here in the southwest is just, they absolutely love Polos. They're crazy about VW stuff down there. Everybody's got transporters, caddies. So when the kids want to learn to drive, first car on their list is normally a Polo. So when he offered me a Polo, I was like, yeah, I think I'll have that, mate. So yeah, he did me the normal walk around video, had a chat with me about it, the work he's done on it. We agreed a deal and I sent Adrian from A&K Van Services up to pick it up from Wales for me. It was fantastic service as always, thanks Adrian. So let's have a little look around it. It's an SE, I believe. I think this is the SE spec. So we've got the alloys, everything's colour coded, wing mirror caps, because you can get this obviously with the, because you can obviously get these budget spec with steel wheels and black caps, that kind of thing. It's a 5-door, which means it's going to appeal to both those first time drivers and maybe as a family runabout. So that's ideal. So yeah, looking at the bodywork wise, we've got some chipping on the edge of the door. The wheel is actually really good. It hasn't actually been curved. It's got a lot of brake dust on it and some dirt, but I think that's actually going to clean up all right. And this wheel again it's got a minor curb there, but overall it's actually in really good nick. Got a lot of tyre there. We've got a lot of tyre here. It's nearly new, that one. Going into the back bumper. Minor little scuff and a chip down there, which will touch in nicely. A couple of little chips across the back of the bumper there, but to be expected at that age. Needs a little touch in just there, so a little scrape there. Didn't look down the side of it, did I? Seems to be free of dents. Down this side, again, seems to be, oh, there's one little dent in the bottom of the door. We'll have a look in a second. This wheel's in good nick. Again, pretty much brand new tyre. I think there is a brand new tyre on there. Minor chip there, that'll touch in nicely. Minor chip there and a little dent there. To be honest, I don't think we're going to need to do any paintwork on this. I'll probably leave that, just clean it up, tidy it up. Alloy here again is filthy with brake dust, but the wheel seems good and it's a new tyre as well. And the corner of the bumper's good. There's only a little scrape down here, which after a bit of a machine polish and touch in, that'll be good. So actually the bodywork's looking really good. I did notice the bonnet is peppered with stone chips. I think this has spent a lot of time on a dual carriageways or motorways. There's another reason for that I'll cover with you in a second. So yeah, I will be spending a good hour just touching those in. I don't think I'll have the bonnet sprayed. We'll just touch those in so they're not so noticeable. But yeah, after a machine polish and a few touch-ins, it's actually going to be a really clean car. Let's have a look at the inside. So seats wise, bolsters in good condition, it's not worn through. Seats in good condition, as is this one. So they're going to clean up nicely. No tears or burn holes to worry about. Handbrake cable and gear lever are in decent nick. Gator's all good there. Buttons are good. They're not worn out. Steering wheel's got a typical Skoda Polo sort of thing where it wears through a bit. They all do that. And that's a genuine all do that, not a dealer, they all do that. Rear seats again, good nick. Just needs a really good clean. Needs a really good clean. Let's have a look in the boot. See what the score is back there. So again, a bit of a hoover out and a bit of a G101. That looks like it'll come up okay. Got the false bed and then the real base. We've got a full size spare in there and a jack there, so we're all good on that front. Again, just needs a really good hoover out. Features wise, we've got all round electric windows, being the SE, which is a good bonus. We've got the electric mirror. It's lost its little knobby bit on there, but it still functions, I bet. Let's have a quick look. What else we've got? CD radio, auxiliary input, air conditioning, so decent spec for a car of this age, 2010. Let's have a little look under the engine bay. So we've got the 1.23 cylinder. We've done a number of Fabias before, and in Polos. Quite a nice little thing, oil filters there to do the service on. Air filter does have to be unscrewed rather than unclipped, which does wind me up, but other than that, nice, easy to work on. Loads of room around it, loads of room. Coolant level is just there, so that's okay. Oil is bang on the right level and nice and clean. And looking around the engine, doesn't seem to be any leaks from the rear main seal. Gearbox is nice and dry, so yeah, for 150,000 miles, a nice dry engine as well. But there is a reason I was particularly confident buying this with 150,000 miles on, and that is because Mad Mike has just done a timing chain replacement on it. He actually had the head off, checked that over. I think he did a couple of valves, and he put a new timing chain in it. So, and obviously it's had an oil and filter when that was done. So even 150,000 miles, it's had the chain done, which means I'm happy to resell it at this point. And obviously with that mileage, I'm going to be able to sell it quite a lot cheaper than the other Polos on offer. Around this way, a Polo 2010 like this with say 70,000 miles on, you're over £4 grand, you're £4.5 grand. Hoping to be able to retail this for about £3. I think Auto Trader says 3,295. Might be 2,995 is the place it really sells at, but I would imagine I'll have a queue around the block at 2,995 for a Polo. So yeah, the mileage is up there, but Mike's done the job, done the chain. He knows what he's doing on these kind of things. He does a lot of engine work, gets his hands a bit dirtier than I do. So yeah, confident with that, and it actually sounds really good. We'll get it running in a sec. Obviously they always sound slightly offbeat because they're only 3-cylinder. So when you hear the chain, is nice and quiet. Yep, I think it's time to go for a spin, isn't it? Right, quick look at, before we do that, quick look at what paperwork we've got. Only 2 former keepers. We've got a lot of receipts here. Mike's given me all the receipts for the repairs he's done. Then we have the service book here. I believe the service book's got a number of services in it as well, isn't it? Yeah, 2016, 14, 13, 12. So some services in there, like I say, and some paperwork in here for services as well, and the work that Mike did. And then we have got all the other handbooks here as well for it, which is nice, the original books. So that's all good. Yeah, let's go for a spin, see what we think of the drive. Get away from Davey before he gets out and lynches me for giving him so much work. Right, we haven't got a lot of fuel, so we can't go too far. Now the other thing is, Mike put a brand new MOT on it for me as well. So it's got a new 12-month MOT on it. It had an advisory for a drop link, which he videoed himself changing for me as well. So bless him, he got on the advisories even after putting an advisory free MOT on it. So we've got it with a new advisory free MOT and a new timing chain done. And this is my first spin of it. I've obviously moved around the car park a bit, but I'm not taking it anywhere. So initial signs are everything feels smooth. Feels smooth. Going through the gears nicely. Gearbox is lovely. So mileage has had no effect on that gearbox. Yes, seems a nice little drive. Everything feels, you know, surprisingly tight for the miles, to be honest. But then if you're going to do high miles, you know, although I don't maintain that VW mechanicals are that much stronger, I think they're the bodywork and stuff and the trim is that bit more expensive than the budget model cars, so it does last that bit longer. Yeah, the little 3-cylinders humming away okay. We're certainly not going to set any land speed records in this with a 1.2, because it's a fairly heavy car for 1.2. But if you are getting the first car for someone, you want as much metal around them as you can get, really, don't you? You don't particularly want them in a nippy. But yeah, this seems to be going lovely. So there's no problem going up through the gears. Accelerating smoothly enough. Actually, we're already up to 60. I didn't think we got up to 60 that quickly. Up to 60 mile an hour, and it's 2,500 revs, so nice economical gearing. I know there's two. There's a 6 valve and a 12 valve, isn't there? I think on these. So I don't know if this is the 12 valve, which obviously I haven't driven them before. I know the 12 valves do perform a lot better than the 6 valves. This will make somebody very happy as their first car, because like I say, round here you rock up in front of your friends in this later shaped Polo. Obviously you've got the earlier rounded ones, but these later shaped Polos, you rock up in one of these, you're the daddy. Well, I better not push my luck too much more with the fuel we've got in this, and get it back to the unit. Yeah, this drives really nicely. So big thanks to Mike as always for giving me the heads up, giving me the opportunity to buy it. Plans for the car now: get it back, give it one hell of a valet, go around touching all that paint, then have a little look around, see what the market is around this way, see if it needs to be 2,995 or whether we can go for the 3,295 that Auto Trader suggests. So if you want to find out how I get on with it, make sure, if you're not already subscribed, which about 60% of you aren't, hit that subscribe button down below and you'll get a notification when I put the new videos up, and you can see how I get on with this car. As always, thanks to everyone for watching, and there'll be more content very soon. Cheers, bye.